Hello, everyone. It takes two to do the job. That's what's called a team, right? So today, I'm pleased to share you a story, which is about how can a company does greater and greater for 3 consecutive years, because they have dreams. Before we proceed, I'd like to share you some numbers and facts. Some of you might have already known that IDC just recently disclosed the growth of the public and private cloud combined has maintained 30% year-over-year growth rate, which means by the end of 2018, we are to break over 62 billion size of total infrastructure spending. Yet, the growth gonna maintain double-digit growth rate, which means by year 2021, we're to hit 77 billion size, among which Wiwynn does 10% of share comparing with all other brand name. If just for OEM, ODM specific, that Wiwynn actually does more than 30%. So as for the facts, I'm to share you, reading from the number of people attending the show, regional summit, comparing to the last one, which was done 4 years back, held at Paris, the people significantly more. And that shows that there are more people that has a greater interest of knowing what OCP solution is. And that also in line with the number of OCP gear has been delivered for the past 3 years. Why? Because Wiwynn mostly does OCP. My name is Chao. I'm from Wiwynn, Executive Director. I'm in charge of business development. So today, I'd like to share you that we continuously receive thriving demand, which leads to our strong growth. In the past 3 years, we started in 2014. We break 1 billion size in 2016. And we doubled ourselves in 2017. Yet, the first half of this year, we did pretty much the entire year of last year. So it was predicted at the end, we're doubling again. Behind the numbers, we're also seeing exponential growth of a integrated rack that we deliver. So for the number of integrated racks that we deliver, that's a thrilling fact. It took us 18 quarters, to deliver the first 10,000 integrated racks. And it took us another 6 quarters. It took us another 3 quarters just to do another 10,000 integrated racks. Better yet, we cut it in half. It's less than 2 quarters. We deliver another 10,000 racks. So those are the thrilling facts that we deliver. As for the OCP, as a platinum member, also a solution provider of OCP Society, we deliver 21 accepted products, which includes Retimer, Leopard Platform, Honey Badger, Safe Vault Project Knox, Flash Storage, Lightning, Bryce Canyon, and Project Olympus. Of course, there are more to come. Here, I'd like to show you a clip that briefs you what our dream is about.
Wiwynn.
So behind the number, behind the scale, I'd like to introduce you, my colleague, Ethan Yang. He's going to provide you a product overview from 10,000 feet high.
Okay.
Ethan?
Yes. Thank you very much for the introduction, Ming. And yes, I'm very excited to carry on the more specific discussion of the racks that you've just seen compiled in the video. So Wiwynn really offers a full spectrum, and as being today is the OCP Regional Summit, of course we offer a full range of 21-inch, and as well we have the latest offering at our booth, which you can go see. And as well we offer a full range of 19-inch solutions. Now, in total, these cover the computing, I/O, storage capacity, and network. So we have a total rack solution offering. And what all these rack solutions leverage is power consumption, as well as maximizing your resource utilization of your resources. So to highlight, the hardware has been verified by Tier 1 CSPs, and it's been deployed to over 133 hyperscale data centers. And in total, we have delivered 30,000 plus racks to over 61 global locations. So what this is trying to portray is we as Wiwynn, we not only deliver just the specific node servers or JBODs or JBOFs. What we try to offer our customers is a whole rack solution design. So that means based on your workload, we will configure an optimized rack configuration to support and to enable your workload needs. So for example, let's start with the computation and front-end configurations. So if you have any high performance computing needs, we have there on the left-hand side a full configuration of OCP. This would be the Tioga pass. So that's a 2U 3-node dual socket server. And in case if you just want a front end, we also have the latest 4U 16-node single socket server. This is in OCP community, you would recognize that as Yosemite version 2. So right now I have a video of that front end Yosemite V2. So we call it the SV7100G2, and here's a video.
Wiwynn.
To gain more
SV7100G2 is a high-density compute server featuring 16 server nodes in 4 drawers, where each drawer supports 4 hot swap server nodes.
So these nodes are hot swappable.
It utilizes the latest Intel single-socket SoC processor, which emphasizes power and thermal efficiency.
And that's what each of the
Within a
nodes
drawer,
looks like
the 4 servers share a common network cable link to the top of rack switch. It greatly reduces the redundant efforts of service engineers in maintaining the cabling in the rack. The hot pluggable server nodes in the drawer is realized by an innovative power bar design, allowing non-disruptive, continuous services to your applications on the best performance per watt optimized dense server,
So that would be a
the
key
SV7100G2.
difference from the version 1, the new power bar design.
To learn more, visit wiwynn.com.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you have a video view of our product there. And moving on, of course we have our storage. So if you have any hot storage needs, that would leverage the storage server that you see on the right-hand side. And as well as cold storage offerings, we have a 4U72 bay, and they're also known as Bryce Canyon. And these configurations, based on your workloads, if you have more speed required, then you would use the 4U storage server. And if it's just a cold storage workload, you utilize that JBOD solution. So with that said, we have a second video you can see of the JBOD.
Wiwynn. ST7000G2 is a density-optimized storage that supports 72 hot pluggable hard drives.
Now this comes in several SKUs. The default SKU is a JBOD, so you
Alternatively,
can just treat it as a pure hard
ST7000G2
drive
can be
capacity.
converted to a storage server.
Yeah, and
SV7000G2
the second and third SKUs would be
by integrating with Intel Xeon
configurable
SoC
storage
processors.
servers.
For certain workloads, such as web and storage, a single socket architecture is more efficient and has higher performance per watt. Most industry suppliers are still focusing on the physical density of storages. Wiwynn has already optimized density both on the physical space and the airflow required. Wiwynn's cooling technology, developed at less than 0.145 CFM per watt, leads the industry in cooling efficiency and is better than twice that of the previous generation. The density and cooling efficiency optimized storage platform, SV7000G2 and ST7000G2.
So this is a highly configurable SKU that can serve different workloads based on the configuration you desire. So that's a very neat product. And finally, of course, we all know AI is the trend or the hot thing right now. So for deep learning, and in particular training, you would utilize compute accelerators. There's a need for high bandwidth GPU acceleration. And we combine that with high performance computing server, the 2U3 node socket server. And inference, as you know, the difference from training is it's more located at the front end, and it would just require more computing power, let's say, rather than the heavy GPU intensive usage of the training stage. So what we offer is the Tioga Pass there in the upper right, as well as a 4U 8 GPU server box. So let's take a look at this 4U 8 GPU box. So it's a PCIe by 16 connection in the back, 8 GPUs. So we've tested on the P100 and the V100, the latest V100. And it also has 8 attachable SATA SSDs because as a storage server, you can create or use those SSDs for your OS operating system needs. And the highlight is it's 112 teraflops for either your training or even on the front end for the inference use. And that's by single precision floating point to differentiate it from the double precision. So yeah, we highly welcome you to come to our booth. We have a full white paper that you can flip through for specific details of the performance and the benchmarks they use for this. And as you can see, it's a twin CPU via 2 PCIe switches, each with 97 lanes, and then it's all interconnected PCIe 3.0 by 16 to the GPUs. So in summary, we offer this full range of OCP solutions for your various computation, front end, all those that you see at the top of the row workloads. And all this, of course, fits into the power consumption of the OCP racks, which are the standard 12K watts. So we also want to highlight, we also have a software solution today that we can offer a live demo. And this is known as the Intel Rack-Scale RSD. So the basic idea is pooling. So we can begin with compute pools, storage pools, NVMe pools. And coming down, coming very soon, is compute accelerator pools, and of course, software-defined networking. So each of these has specific firmware or images that allow RSD features to be enabled. And this is the hierarchy that works. So this is a GUI of our Wiwynn Cluster Manager that runs on top of Intel Rack-Scale design. So the idea is you can do pooling with your storage, your NVMe pool, and your compute pool, which is the trend that we see in the data center heading towards with the pooling. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ethan. Thanks for sharing all this product solution that we offer. But if I'm interested, I know I can walk down to your booth and take a look for the physical machine. But what if I want to gain some experience, actual experience of my own? Or if I want to be partner of Wiwynn, help to distribute the OCP solution in this region. So what can I do? What option do I have?
Okay, great question. Of course, after we absorb all this information, we always want to know what's the next step. And we want to be very clear on the next step. So, okay, let me offer you how we would start. So just starting at the bottom there, we have 3 POC sites that you are free to leverage and use just to test for yourself. So we have one based in headquarters in Taipei, and as well we have one in the Facebook lab in Menlo Park. And then the most relevant here, we have a manufacturing site in Czech Republic, and you will be able to remote connect to it and test the actual Wiwynn Cluster Manager and rack scale design on top of live running machines. You can see for yourself. So that's the first step. The next step is we can build you a custom rack, and the minimum rack composed of 3 server nodes, 1 JBOF, NVMe over PCIe fabrics, and storage. So those are the bare minimum components to build a Intel rack scale design rack. So we offer you specific configuration for that and can sell you the entire hardware and software solution packaged together. And finally, even if you just have existing hardware, we're able to work with you to port and bring Intel rack scale design to you, which in that case, you have no hardware costs. We offer on-site support and a final POC closing report after we've ported over the rack scale design. So these are our 3 major options that we offer for our customers in terms of how to get Intel rack scale design and Wiwynn Cluster Manager running. So we're very excited to offer that.
Great, thank you. Well, thank you for your time. We use up all the time, but the questions are taken at our booth. Welcome to visit
Please come
our
to
booth.
our booth. Thank you very much.